I just wanted to check back in with you all to tell you that the front drive is done. I was in hospital for 2 months, but so these photos are late onto service. But anyway, so looks like that red tarmac. It's black tarmac on the outside of driving and red tarmac on the inside. So there's no more weeds. If you remember from the Operation Sparpweed video, things look a lot different in this area. Well, this is work in progress, but there's no more long grass if you remember all that coming up. Greg removed the tree stumps with a digger. There's no more critters everywhere. Greg's machines, I'll just give you a lowdown. He's got a still saw, digger, pickup truck, wagon. He works on Pinegar Farm. I think there's a few brothers and the work, the builders and stuff, farmers. So these are work in progress videos. This is why I couldn't have anybody over to out. Well, I didn't want people coming to house when they were working, so it was hard to call it off with everybody for a few weeks. I think that led to a lot of stress. But then when I was available, they weren't so bothered anyway. It's you know what family are like. They try to do opposite of what you want all the time, don't they? So yes, this is work in progress. That's what it looked like. You notice them gutterings they're just troughs with a guard on the front so they can hold water, and I suppose it just evaporates. I don't think it flows into the top water, them troughs, them guttering. But yeah, it's a good solution anyway. So no need to dig weeds out for flower beds anymore. As you can see from that photo, there's loads of hardcore under the final product, so the final surface. So there's no way it'll ever end up like it did before. It was just an abomination. Right, so I've got that's work in progress, work in progress. Where is it? So I've got black and red tarmac. There's red tarmac there and there, and black tarmac on the outside. I did write down to Malcolm's bit. You might be able to see the grass is overgrown on my bit. That's because I didn't mow it because I were in hospital for 2 months. And I suppose my folks could have done it, but they didn't. So that's why it's long. So I need to start mowing those again. Yeah, you can see how long it is. But yeah, Greg put black tarmac on the outside at drive. Which is good really because it were really degraded before. It were just old. I don't know who put it in, maybe council, I don't know. But anyway, that's the best photo to show the difference between the black and the red. Is red's a bit more expensive. I think they have to add a dye, some sort of dye or colouring to the tarmac to get it red, and it's slightly more expensive. So you saw from work in progress, it's all hardcore under the surface, but on top it looks like this. So it's quite posh. No scrubland beds anymore. The wall there, that's staying. I told him to keep that. I cut the hedge before Greg started and did the lawns. He's done a good job to make sure the top water can still drain away. I've got pictures of gutters and stuff there. Right, so this is a Yorkshire water worker when I were outside this morning. He's got a long rod and he's shoving it down and listening to what's going on. He offers his ear up to it and listens. I don't know what he's on with, but that's his van. I'll zoom in. Oops, got that. How do you do it? Scroll. Plus. It's not actually re-rendering. It must be because the video software is using so much power. But anyway, Yorkshire Water, yeah. So moving on. Greg removed the rectangle flower bed that was in. It had just been covered with hardcore anyway, and it wasn't in use, but it was holding a lot of thistles and stuff like that. It took care of, I think that's a gas pipe, might be electric, I don't know. I know there's a gas meter in garage and there's electric meter under cupboard, but I think the power cable for the house goes under the house and up into the cupboard under the stairs, and that's a gas pipe, is that one. It took care around guttering. Said that, didn't I? This circular paving is supposed to be in the style of the Apple campus, you know, where they made that big circular structure building where all the engineers and people who work for Apple are based. And this, all along there, along that wall that's been painted actually, you can sit at least 10 people, so if it's a nice day, maybe some people will be over. Don't know. All in all, Greg stuck to the plan. So thank you very much. I think it looks very classy. So I'll go over to this the photo album now, and I'll just move right from here. I'll just let you look at them, try to say something about it. Big project, about 100 photos here. Look, the grass needs doing. Yeah, Greg had one of the lads working for him who painted the wall, and they fixed all the top stones as well and got them cemented back down. They actually, one thing that I forgot to mention is the gates at the house were fixed and painted, and so was the garage door. I might have forgot to mention that. And this trellis, I asked him to put that on to block the view of the bins. It's sort of like, they call it occlusion, don't they? To stop you from seeing something. Anyway, it goes on. That you can see the gates are fixed. That's a view of the bins. I've got garden waste, refuse, plastic, metal and glass, and paper and cardboard. Seats to sit down on. Those are the gates. Done a good job making that look nice. That's the they call it an inspection cover. It's like a port for getting into the sewers underneath. That's a view of all the seats that you can sit on. Nice. So I just need to get back to cutting the lawns now. That's good. I like it. See a young woman walking past there at the top right side. She's got a dog with her. She took these photos this morning. That's to show the dividing line between mine and Malcolm's. I paid for it. I didn't mind. I just wanted it to look smart. Yep. Moving forward. It's a long load of photos. There's your Yorkshire Water guy. See if it gets pixelated if I do it again. Because grab seems to be working now. So you can see Yorkshire Water guy. That's good. Command minus to get back out. Onwards. Yeah. That's a vent so that to let the so the garage doesn't get too humid or whatever. You can see the garage door's been painted there. That's a good view of it. The trellis looks good. If you remember around that area before, there was stuff that I was calling scrubland, but it's a lot neater now. Just showing a bit of level of detail around where the troughs are, because they don't actually drain anywhere, so there might be a limit to the amount of water that they can hold, but I think then it'd just flow into the top water if you ended up with loads of rain. So that's good. Good photos. See the length of the wall, it was painted all the way down to the bottom. Good level of detail around the that's a drain for the top water, and one pipe comes off the roof and the other pipe comes out of the washing machine. That's alright. Oh, this is to show the gate. It was all bent and out of shape, so I don't know how they fixed it, but it was fixed. You can see the last thing that I had him do was put holes in the ground for the gates to stay shut, because you don't want the gates swinging. I think these are the last photos, so that's the end. Right, so that's it for now. Thank you very much. I'm going to end the video. See you next time.